Hello, hi, welcome once again to M5's new English language learning program, Let's Speak English. I'm Gav Duncan and I'm here on your TV screen to help you learn English. Now, are you sitting comfortably? Yes? Good. And are you ready for today's lesson? Yes? Good. Okay, well let's learn English together. Hello, hello, and hello again. How are you today? Are you having fun? Are you relaxed and sitting down in your favorite chair? Good. Are you ready for some more revision? You are? Brilliant. Okay. Well then, let's continue our revision, shall we? Now, yesterday we had a look at week 16 and we revisited Alfredo, who felt awful. Alfredo had a hangover. He was hung over. He drank too much with his brother-in-law, Gordon, and when he walked home through the park, he fell asleep on a park bench. When he woke up, he had a cold as well as a hangover. Ah, poor Alfredo. Now, also in week 16, we learned about the word could, didn't we? You do remember, don't you? Okay, now, where were we? Oh yes, we were talking about Alfredo's New Year's Eve. When Alfredo talked to Dave Squid in the pub, we heard that Gordon fell asleep on the sofa and that Alfredo finished the bottle of brandy and walked home. It took Alfredo 2 hours to walk 2 kilometers. That's a very long time for a very short distance. Dave Squid said that a dog with one leg could walk that distance in that time. Now, before we continue with the story, let's just think about what Dave Squid said. He said that a dog with one leg could walk that distance in that time. Now, when we talked about ability and possibility, do you remember what word we used? That's right, we used the word can, didn't we? We used can to talk about ability. Now, what Dave Squid said was exactly the same. He was talking about the ability of a dog with one leg to walk 2 kilometers in 2 hours. He didn't say can though, he said could. Could is the same as can, but in the past. For example, now I can run 100 meters in 20 seconds. When I was younger, I could run 100 meters in 15 seconds. In both sentences, I'm talking about ability, but in the first sentence, I'm talking about now, and in the second sentence, I'm talking about the past. Okay, let's practice using can and could. Let's decide which is correct, can or could, for the following sentences. Yesterday, Alfredo was hungover. He felt very ill. He vomited 3 times between 6 a.m. and 7 a.m. He go to work. That's right. It was yesterday, so he couldn't go to work. Dave Squid was very tired last night, but he sleep. Bingo! Dave couldn't sleep. He was very tired, but he couldn't sleep. Tim Benchfield is standing at the door of a shop. His arms are full of shopping. What does Tim say to the shop assistant? You open the door for me, please. Brilliant. Can you open the door for me, please? Great. So we know about could now, don't we? Now in week 16, we met someone new, didn't we? That's right, we met Enid. Enid Fotherington Smythe, to give her her full name. Enid the eccentric, elegant, eclectic, electric eel. And when we met Enid, she told us about British pubs. Do you remember? What ho, people! Hello, hello, it's me. I'm Enid, the eccentric, elegant, eclectic, electric eel. I'm here to help you all with some examples of everyday English. Now, today we're going to look at pubs. Are you paying attention? Alfredo? Good. Now, Dave Squid talked about different types of beer. In a British pub, you can get lager, pilsner, bitter, cider, and stout. Lager and pilsner are German-type beers. They're yellowish. They're carbonated. They've got bubbles. Pilsner has got a more bitter taste. Bitter is a dark red color and isn't carbonated. It doesn't have bubbles. Cider is an alcoholic drink made from apples. Stout is a kind of strong, dark beer. Guinness is an Irish stout. Now, when you go into a pub in the UK, do you know how to ask for a drink? You do? Good. Normally, people ask for a drink in two ways in the pub in the UK. People say, "Can I have a?" Or they say, "I'd like." Please. These two phrases are very useful and they're both very polite. Good. Now, if you'd like to order a beer in a UK pub, you also need to know what size of drink you'd like. Beer in the UK is sold in pints and half pints. A pint is approximately the same as half a litre, and a half pint is approximately the same as a quarter of a litre. So, a pint is like a Hungarian korsó, and a half pint is like a Hungarian pohár. Good. Now, there is another sort of beer drink that people sometimes drink. Shandy. Shandy is beer mixed with a soft drink, normally lemonade. Okay, one more bit of information and then I'm off. When you go to a pub in Britain, there is no table service. In British pubs, there is counter service. This means that if you sit by a table and wait, you won't get a drink. They have counter service. This means that you have to go to the counter and wait to be served. You stand at the counter and the person working behind the counter will ask what you would like. Normally they ask, "What would you like?" But they could ask in different ways. Yes. What'll it be? What can I get you? It should be obvious what they're asking. After you tell them what you would like, they bring your drink and you pay them. You pay the person at the bar immediately. In British pubs, tips aren't normally included. If you want to, you can tip the person behind the bar. You can give them some extra money, a tip, to say thank you. In Britain, people don't pay at the end of the evening for all their drinks. Every time you order a drink, you have to pay for it. There and then. Okay, well, I hope my examples of everyday English was helpful. I'm off back home now. Toodaloo, pip pip, cheery bye. Yes, Enid knows a lot about drinking in British pubs. Anyway, back to our revision. Now, in lesson 78, in the 78th lesson, we met adverbs for the first time. Do you remember when we met adverbs? Now, let's have another look at something Alfredo said when he apologized to the kids. When Alfredo apologized, he said, "behaved very badly." Now, this is something new, isn't it? If we look at the word badly, we can recognize that it's connected to the adjective bad. But what is this word badly? And why do we have to add "ly" to the end of the adjective bad? Well, the word badly is an adverb. A what verb, Gav? No, it's not a verb. It's not a type of verb. The name for this part of English is an adverb. And we use adverbs in a similar way to adjectives. Now, do you remember what a noun is? Of course you do. Gods of English, don't forget simple things like nouns. Great. Well, we all remember that a noun is a word which tells us what something is. Nouns tell us what we're talking about. A car, a lady, an uncle. Car, lady, and uncle are all nouns. They tell us what we're talking about. Good. Now, who can remember what adjectives are? Great. Now, we use adjectives to give more information about nouns. We can say that the car is red, or that the lady is slim, or that the uncle is old. We use adjectives to give more information about nouns. Now, the situation with adverbs is similar. We use adjectives to give more information about nouns, and we use adverbs to give more information about verbs. More information about verbs. I know what you're all thinking. You're thinking, how can we give more information about verbs, Gav? Well, we use adverbs to tell someone how an action was performed, how someone did what they did. For example, we can say John Benchfield finished his homework. Okay, we've got some information in this sentence, but not much. Now, if we add an adverb, we can give more information about how John did his homework. We can use the adverb quickly. John Benchfield finished his homework quickly, for example. Or we could use the opposite adverb to quickly, slowly. John Benchfield finished his homework slowly. So, by adding an adverb to the sentence, we can provide more information. If John finished his homework in 5 minutes, then we know that he finished his homework quickly. If John finished his homework in 3 hours, then we know that John finished his homework slowly. Just as we use adjectives to give extra information about nouns, we use adverbs to give extra information about verbs. And, well, that's all the time we've got for this revision lesson. I'll see you again tomorrow when we'll look at some more of the English which we learned in the past 4 weeks. I'm Gav Duncan, and you've been watching M5's English language learning program, Let's Speak English. Don't forget to check out all the videos at www.m5tv.hu. Like I said, I'm Gav Duncan, not Gene Hackman or Gene Wilder. I'm Gav Duncan, and I'll see you later. Bye!